Welcome to another live broadcast of Master Investor Company. Glad to be here again with another valuable video on financial education. Remember, Master Investor is more than an investment management company. Our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple. We look at opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. Today, I have something special for you. We're going to be speaking about what are the simple rules for investing. These rules can literally change your finances forever if you apply them into your life. Before I start diving into our video blog, I want you to visit our website, www.masterinvestor.education, and subscribe to the newsletter. It's free. You can get articles straight to your inbox every single week with financial education made simple that will change your life forever. Remember, knowledge is the new money, and the holy grail of building wealth is to have financial education so that you have the ability to make decisions when it comes to investing. Rather than you giving your money away to somebody else to do the investing for you, you're going to be an active investor who is in charge of your money, and you're going to be able to make that money work hard for you and create positive cash flow. Remember, the most important words in the business language are cash flow, okay? Because since money is not backed up by anything anymore, after 1971, President Nixon separated the gold standard from the US dollar. From that point forward, money became monopoly money, became paper money, a currency, and just an idea backed up by confidence. So money today is literally fake money. And today, money is created with debt. That's why debt is tax-free. That's why we encourage everyone here in our community, a master investor, who is learning to become a master investor, to understand that you need to become a good debtor. In other words, be comfortable by asking and borrowing money from the bank, from private investors, right? You need to learn how to raise capital. That's the job number one of an entrepreneur. And the job number one of an investor is to make cash flow work for us. In other words, once we have that money, once we acquire a loan, once we borrow the money, we gotta make that money work hard for us. And how do we do that? Is by allocating that into an asset that produces passive income in any type of economy. There are 5 different asset classes. We talk about it all the time. In each asset class, you can invest for passive income. Majority of people will always invest for capital gains because they don't have the financial education that it takes to build passive income. Okay, so there are 2 types of income that you can get from investing: capital gains and passive income. Rule number 1 of our community here at Master Investor is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard for us. Okay, so if you're hearing us on our podcast or you're watching us on YouTube or any other platform, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. If you have any questions, drop it below. I'm going to come back and answer them for you, and that way we have a dialogue and we open up a conversation. You might be able to answer other people's questions as you ask your question, and I'm going to come back and answer and provide feedback to your question, okay? And make sure you take massive action. Get our ebook. We have several different ebooks on Amazon. You can get them straight from our website. One of them is how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on. And today, even when you're investing in real estate, you need the internet. You need to be able to navigate through different websites and platforms to find the right asset, whether there's a commercial real estate property or a residential property. So the internet is the most powerful tool, aside from your mind, right, that we have available to us right now. Okay, so we need to have the ability to navigate and understand how we can create money from thin air using the internet, because remember, knowledge is the new money. So once you have financial education, once you have the right deal, you will learn that money will find you. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with our video blog, because that leads me to talk about the rules for investing. Okay, you can find the blog on our website. I'm going to also leave the link in the description. If you want to read it, if you're watching this on YouTube and you just want to read the entire blog, then you're welcome to do that. We have free blogs that are coming out every single week, and if you want to get them straight to your email, then just subscribe to our newsletter. Okay, learning to invest like the wealthy do. The continuous transition from the left side of the cash flow circle to the right side of the cash flow circle is one of the primary indicators of impending financial freedom. What are the simple rules for investing? Similar to how a caterpillar transforms into a lovely butterfly, becoming an inside investor or a business owner requires transitioning from employment or self-employment. Okay, remember, the cash flow circle contains 4 types of people. In the left side, you'll find the E's, the employees. Right below them, you'll have the S's, which stands for self-employed. And then on the right side, you have the B, which stands for business owner. And on the below that, you'll have the I, which stands for inside investor. Okay, so you want to be on the right side of the cash flow circle and operate in that side, because that's how you're going to build true wealth. Okay, in the left side of the cash flow circle, you're going to work for earned income. You have a job and you get a paycheck, or you have your own practice if you're a doctor, but you still have to show up to work. So you're getting a salary, you're getting a paycheck, you have to see clients every day, so it requires your time. So if you want to truly become financially free and build wealth, then you need to move to the right side of the quadrant of the cash flow circle. Okay, and you'll be able to find that inside of our ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. It has the diagram in there. You can see it. You can tell where you are today and how you can make the transition. But the first step you need to do is to invest in your financial education, and you'll find out in a minute why. Similar, understanding what to do when you have more. Let me pick up right here. It takes time and frequently necessitates a complete shift in attitude and behavior about money. So when we start investing, you got to remember that it takes commitment, right, to invest in your financial education and change the core values that you have regarding money. Okay, a lot of people have a hard time changing that. Okay, because they've been taught their entire life to think about money a certain way, to work hard for money. If you're not working physically hard, then you're gonna feel that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing to build wealth. So the middle class and the poor class usually tells their kids to go to school and get a job, and that's how they will build wealth. And that may be, you can't really build wealth on the left side of the cash flow circle, because you're working for money. You only have a certain amount of hours per day. Okay, so you're chasing money, you're going after the bag, and so that takes the ability to use leverage to make money chase you instead. I'm going to show you how to do that, because once you have systems like the business owner, once you control systems, money comes to you. Money is flowing into your bank account because your systems are doing the selling and selling for you. Understanding what to do when you have more money unexpectedly available is one of these behaviors modifications. The temptation for those on the left side of the cash flow circle can be to at best follow traditional advice about money, or at worst to spend it all. And that's the main problem about people when they are saving money. They save up their entire life to give it to somebody else, to put it into fake assets, because they feel the need that they need to get rid of that money, right? And they don't know how to invest themselves, so they give it to a salesperson who is making money on commissions, and most likely will end up losing all that capital, because the investor is the one that's risky. Okay, he or she doesn't have financial education, so he or she gives the money away to a salesperson, and the salesperson doesn't know anything more about investing than the investor itself, and he just wants to put that money in fake assets because he makes a commission or she makes a commission of that. So fake assets are like 401ks, mutual funds. These types of fake investment vehicles, they're fake because they don't make you any money. They're not printing you money every day, every week. You have to put in money into them every month. So they're not paying you passive income, okay? So an asset puts money into our pocket whenever we're not working, okay? That's an asset, right? So it's a business or an investment that puts money, puts passive income into our pocket whenever we're not working. If it's not doing that, then it's not an asset, it's a liability. That's why these fake assets like the 401k, mutual funds, etc., they take money away from you and they don't put anything into your pocket. So they are considered liabilities and fake assets, and very risky fake assets, because a lot of times people end up losing their entire money because they're relying the investment on the market. And as we know here at Master Investor, the market goes up and down, right? So we are in the game of preparing for any type of market. Instead of predicting the market and relying on the market, we have financial education so that we can cash flow even when people are losing money, okay? And you'll be surprised because a lot of times we use that as an indicator that there's opportunity. When we see a lot of people losing money, a master investor will go into that sector to cash flow from the lack of financial education that the individual has when it comes to money, and we can see opportunities that other people cannot see, okay? So remember that, okay? Remember that the most important thing to build your wealth is financial education, because with that you have the power in your hands to make financial decisions, okay, without having to give your money away. This can happen whether it comes from an inheritance, a raise or a bonus, or any other source, to a worse, squander it on obligations like holidays or cars, liabilities. Such common advice might be to raise your 401k contributions, or to save as much money as you can while continuing to live within your means, below your means, right? And I always say here at Master Investor, we must expand and live above our means. That's how we're gonna get to the growing process. If we are in a corner trying to save money, it's gonna make us smaller, it's gonna make us shrink in all aspects, and we don't want to do that. We actually want to expand, okay? So you want to be comfortable by feeling uncomfortable. When you're living above your means, you need to start thinking, how can I create more passive income? How can I have the things that I want without me having to work hard to pay for those things? And the way to do that is to create and build assets using debt, using other people's money, OPM, okay? All of these themes have been extensively discussed, so it should not be surprising that none of them are regarded as good advice. If you're about to get a windfall of fresh funds, this is the ideal opportunity to implement the wealthy principle. Invest in assets with a positive cash flow, okay? That's what I mentioned earlier on the video, that the most important thing is to start building and acquiring assets that produce passive income. That's how you really become financially free and you build wealth. It's the only way. If you're working hard for a paycheck, you're gonna have to work harder and harder and harder to make more money, okay? And usually you have more responsibilities the more money they pay you. So think about that for a second, and trust me, if you love to do what you're doing today as a job, I still recommend you that you need to take a look at building passive income, because you're going to need it. After you retire from that job, then how are you going to live the way you want to if your pension plan is not the way you thought it was going to be, okay? Remember, 401k, those are fake assets, okay? They don't make you any money. Nevertheless, you must first comprehend the basics of investing in order to do that. These are Master Investor's essential investing principles. One of the hardest things about people in shifting is their mindset and habits about money. It requires dedication and execution with the new rules of money. That's why we created our financial department here at Master Investor, because we are an investment management company, but we want to also extend our knowledge to those people who are in the fences about becoming a master investor. We all have an investor inside of us, okay? Whether you're an employee, a self-employed, you're dealing with money every day, and you're using that money to invest in either liabilities or assets. And so it's all about shifting your mindset and understanding that there are many ways that you can actually make money without having to work hard for earn income, without having to have a job, okay? And acquiring the financial education that you need so that you can turn that into knowledge and make it, and turn that into passive income, make that knowledge work for you, okay? Basic rule of investing number 1, adjust your money mindset. The idea of changing our thinking from that of the poor and middle class to that of the wealthy is discussed extensively in the ebook How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. Learning what the wealthy invest in that the poor and the middle class do not. Both the middle class and less fortunate instruct their children to go to school, find a good career, work hard, and save money. And that should make them wealthy, right? But it doesn't work that way, okay? And we see it all the time, okay? Throughout history, you can look at your friends and you can look at the person who has not job and has businesses and investment. That person is more successful, more wealthy than the person who has a job and went to college and had a career, okay? Usually, if you have financial education, you will definitely be the person that went to college and study, because there are two types of people that come out of the school system: employees and soldiers. People that think they want a job, they speak the language of an employee, they want a secure job, they want a secure company where they can go and devote their entire life to work. And there's nothing wrong with that if you love your job, like I said, but you also need to build passive income, okay? You can still do it on the side. The wealthy instead instill the following lessons in their children. Learn how money works, create decent jobs, make money work hard for you, and invest in assets with positive cash flow. That will make you wealthy, and it does. The idea that you may get wealthy by working for a salary is one of the fundamental misconceptions shared by the poor and middle class. But because of the way the tax system is set up, it is actually very challenging to achieve that, because the laws and the tax code are not in the favor of employees. The tax code and the corporate law are incentives for the entrepreneur and the inside investor. Money as a business owner can be invested before taxes. We do not only have more money to work with as a result, but it also lowers our overall taxable income, which means we frequently pay less in taxes than people in the poor and middle class. Remember, 3 types of income that exist. Earned income, that's when you have a job, you get a paycheck, you have a salary. Okay, that is taxed at the highest bracket. You have no room to minimize taxes. That's why when you get a paycheck, or when the person gets a paycheck from their job, taxes have already been collected and other things. So they usually get a half of their paycheck, right? And then if you, the second type of income is capital gains income. And that's when we purchase something at a certain price and we sell it for a higher price. It could be a residential home, it could be a stock, anything. It could be an item that is that has some sort of value, and we sell it for more than we purchased it. So that gain right there is called capital gains, and we usually have to pay taxes on that too, which is set at a higher bracket. There are exceptions in real estate where you can roll that over using the law and defer taxes, but you still have to pay some taxes when it comes to capital gains, okay? So earned income and capital gains income are taxed at a higher bracket. And then we have passive income, which is the type of income that the wealthy works for. And that's why rule number 1 of Master Investor is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard for us, because majority of people spend their entire life working for earned income. And then maybe they try to do capital gains income because they don't have the knowledge. So they just want to give the money away to somebody to invest it for them. So eventually they maybe can sell their stocks or can sell their portfolio, whatever, and get some capital gains from that. Okay, so financial education is the way of financial freedom and true wealth. Okay, this is the wealthy mentality that also explains, and I want to also mention that passive income is taxed at the lowest bracket. You can actually be tax-free entity when you use debt, because debt is tax-free right off the bat. And if you invest it for passive income, that passive income can also be minimized, can all the way to zero in taxes. Legally done, because the tax code are an incentive package for the entrepreneur and inside investor. So when you use the laws, when you do what the tax code is telling you to do, when you're getting passive income, even if you're making millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, per year, you can minimize that all the way to zero and pay zero in taxes. That's why people were mad at Donald Trump when they found out that he paid no taxes, okay? And it's because he has done everything legally through the laws and the tax code. It's not just him. There are many wealthy people that pay no taxes. You can look it up online, look at the reference and check them out, because they will tell you, hey, I'm using the laws that allows me to be a tax-free entity. And I think it's great, because we're providing jobs, we're creating services, products, we are already doing our share. So we should be able to take advantage legally of those laws. That also explains why so many members of the lower and middle classes were outraged when they discovered Donald Trump had paid no taxes during the presidential race. They simply don't get how money functions or how the wealthy conduct themselves. To become wealthy, you must first change your perspective about money and investing. That there are other sources of money is the first step towards doing that. So shift your mindset about money, okay? Adjust it. That's the basic rule of investing number one. Basic rule of investing number two. Determine what type of income we are working towards. Like I said, many people spend their entire life not knowing that other types of income exist, and they think that the only way to make money is to get a job and work hard at a job for the rest of their life, not knowing that there are better ways to actually create money, okay? Most people just consider earning money at a successful job. They are unaware that there are various sources of money. But Master Investor always stresses that there are three various forms of income, and that each is influenced by a different mindset. The ordinary earned income. The majority of individuals think regular earned income when they discuss earning money. The 9-to-5 set makes money like this. It is typically obtained through a paycheck from a job, due to the government deducting money from your paycheck before you even receive it. It is the most taxed income and is therefore the toughest to accumulate wealth with. That's earned income. Number two, capital gains income. A 401k and various paper assets, including mutual funds managed by a financial advisor, salesperson, are common sources of capital gains income for the majority of highly compensated workers. The majority of capital gains income comes from paper assets like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds due to its poor yields and second highest tax rate. It is somewhat challenging to accumulate money. The majority of experts agree that over a lengthy period of investment, you may anticipate returns of roughly 7% per year for your capital gains income. Of course, there can be significant ups and downs during that period. A person with little financial intelligence could think a return of 7% is a lot, but wealthy people would reject such an investment approach. 3. Passive income. High financial intelligence individuals execute an investment approach that would generate passive income. Real estate, royalties, and dividends from businesses and stocks are the usual source of passive income. Rent from a rental property is considered passive income. Since Master Investor receives royalties from our ebooks, digital courses, businesses, real estate, they are assets that generate passive income. It also counts as passive income if you own a company that pays out profits to you. In other words, it is money that you receive whether you work or not, because to its mix of low tax taxes and potentially unlimited returns, it is the income with the lowest tax rates, the most tax advantages, and it's the easiest income with which to accumulate wealth. If we want to be rich, work for passive income. A wealthy advice from Master Investor. Basic rule of investing number 3. Transform regular income into passive income. Most people begin their lives earning regular wages as employees. Understanding that there are other sources of money and then converting your earned income. If you save money, right, don't give it to somebody else. Get your financial education right, and then you'll be able to convert your earned income as effectively as you can into those other sources of revenue are the first steps on the route to accumulating wealth, right? So don't give your money, don't get rid of your thousands of dollars, your hundreds of thousands of dollars that you can actually put to work when you have financial education. So you should invest in your financial education first, figure out which asset class you want to go into. There are about 5 different asset classes that you can invest on for passive income, and you need financial education. A lot of people only go into those classes to invest for capital gains income. You want to invest on passive income because passive income comes in and you control the assets. Capital gains is just a one-time thing. You sell it, you get that gain, and that's it, but it's not working hard for you to make your money, okay? So the whole purpose of becoming wealthy is that we have assets under our control, under our company's control, and they are producing as passive income, positive cash flow, okay? Master Investor created a straightforward illustration to demonstrate the 3 types of income. You can see it right in front of us. We have just a circle. Inside of the circle, we have 3 types of income. On the left side, we have the earn. In the middle, we have capital gains, and then passive income, okay? You can find this if you're listening to our podcast. You can go to the link in the bio, in the description, and go to our website to read the entire blog and be able to get the diagrams, okay? That is all an inside investor should do. In a nutshell, according to Master Investor, it is as simple as it gets. This is the reason why receiving a raise shouldn't be invested in a 401k or used as an excuse to save money by living below one's means. Rather, they should pay themselves first and invest that money in cash flowing assets and as much financial education. In short, convert your earned income into passive income. The easiest way to do this is to make our investment cost an expense and to make it our most important expense. You can see another diagram where we have wealthy people. We have an income statement on the right side, and it says buy assets first and pay taxes after, if any. So you have the income column and then you have the expense column. In the expense column, one of our priority expenses are acquiring assets. We put money into an asset before we put it anywhere else. So get your mindset into the mode of investing in assets that produce passive income, right? Otherwise, it's not an asset. If it's not producing passive income, it's a liability. And then pay taxes, if any, because since you're investing for passive income, you can minimize taxes all the way to 0. But remember, you need to get your team together. You need to get a CPA. You need to get a business attorney that speaks the language of the wealthy so that you can minimize and use the laws for the wealthy or for anybody, really, right? But the wealthy takes advantage of those laws because we're the ones that are providing jobs. We're the ones that are investing on assets, and we are providing services and products in the marketplace with systems, okay? And then we have acquired liabilities. So there are 3 things that you'll see in the expense column in there. You have number 1, acquire assets, number 2, pay taxes, if any, and number 3, acquire liabilities, right? So there's nothing wrong with liabilities as long as you have an asset that will cover for the payment of that liability, because liability takes money out of your pocket. So if you want to have a luxury of some kind, whether there's a car, whether there's a mansion, whether there's anything, a private jet, you want to have an asset that's making those payments every single month of that liability before you even think about acquiring the liability, okay? Wealthy people buy or acquire assets first before tax dollars and pay 0 in taxes in many occasions. Then we acquire liabilities by having the assets pay for the expenses of liabilities. All is done legally using the laws of the tax code and corporate law. And then we have the other picture with the diagram with the poor and 90% of the people, and it has the same income statement with the income column, and we have expenses. In that you'll find that poor people and 90% of the population pay taxes first, right? Because they're working for earned income, and then maybe buy assets after. Okay, they usually have priority number one is pay taxes. Priority number two, acquire liabilities. And then number three, maybe acquire assets. And usually they have no money left and they have no financial education because they're working hard at a job where they're investing the entire time working at a job. Therefore, they'll have no time to read financial education and apply that education into their real life. So usually they have no assets in their asset column. Poor and most people try to buy assets with after dollars. Many times it is not enough to afford any assets after everything is paid, including the liabilities. And remember that the job number one of an entrepreneur is to raise capital. So as an entrepreneur and inside investor, we like to go to a bank and use their money. So like if you have the right mindset, if you have the team, you have the opportunity, money will find you. And you'll find out that is one of the basic rules of investing too that we have in our package here today. Basic rule of investing number 4, savers are losers. According to popular belief, saving money is not the key to achieving financial freedom and independence. Savers are really losers. They are the ones that invest their money in low interest accounts in the assumption that it will magically increase to provide them with their entire lifestyle by the time they retire. That is both ineffective and poor financial advice. Saving money has little value in a society where practically everything is designed to steal it. The odds are against you, from inflation to taxes to hiding costs in your 401k, which are fake assets. Instead, today's winners are the spenders and debtors. Money is not backed up by anything like it used to be with gold. It is a form of a payment that is constantly changing, much like an electric current. Money is now moving from one industry to another. It dies if it stops moving, just like a current. If our money isn't moving, it is slowly withering and losing value. The wealthy are aware that we must monitor market activity and shift our money in accordance with it. This explains why the traders who executed the big short achieved a stunning profit. They observed the flow of money because they were paying attention. But more than that, they observed the assets it was occupying and realized their value was worthless. They were aware that they could shift their money ahead of the curve to where other people eventually would. The first always feast and the last always starves in the realm of money. Okay, so you want to have the financial education that you need and start investing for passive income and be ahead of the curve. With financial education, you'll be able to achieve that because majority of people, they have no financial education in them and therefore they have no eyes for opportunities. Okay, and remember that even in down economies, a master investor will always cash flow, okay? Because there are investments in assets that will protect you from inflation in down economies. In other words, it will make you very wealthy in down economies, okay? So invest in your financial education. Basic rule of investing number 5. The investor is the asset or the responsibility. Investing in the eyes of many is dangerous. Yeah, in actuality, the risky party is the investor. The asset or liability is the investor. We have seen investors lose money when everyone else is making it. In fact, because those are the places to find the true investing bargain, an inside investor loves to trail risky investors. So it's, remember basic rule of investing number 5, the investor is the asset or the liability, okay? This implies that our understanding of finances can either be an asset or a problem. If we decide to invest heavily while having a low financial IQ, they will make a lot of blunders that high financial IQ investors will take advantage of. Put money into your financial education first if you want to transition from being a risky investor to a master investor. Start modest with your investments as part of your education because nothing beats real-world experience. Learn from the failures and then make bigger and bigger investments. However, a big deal, a big investment requires the same amount of energy as the small deal. So always think big, and the bigger the investment is, when you're raising money, the better, because the bank and the private investors would stop looking at you as an individual and will look at the investment itself. So I always encourage you to think big, okay? If you're going to be thinking anyways, might as well think big, okay? We can also develop our financial acumen by attending and reading daily investing knowledge like you're doing today. We specifically created an ebook, like I mentioned earlier, in digital course, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On, to show you how to think and invest like a wealthy person. Basic rule of investing number 6, great deals attract money. Remember what I told you? Once you have the mindset, once you have the team and you have an opportunity, money will find you, or you will find the money. Whenever we initially find a wonderful offer, we might initially be concerned about how to raise money. Keep in mind that our responsibility is to remain attentive to the chances before us and to be organized. Master investors advise, if we are ready, which entails having training and expertise, and we locate a good bargain, the money will find us, or we will find the money. The point made by Master Investor is that getting the money was the simple part. Finding a wonderful bargain that attracted the money was the challenging part, which is why so many people are willing to invest in a master investor. Other people's money, or OPM, is what this is, and it is worth learning more about how to raise capital by using good debt. Basic rule of investing number 7. Learn to evaluate risk and reward. To succeed as an inside investor, we must develop the ability to weigh risk and return. A person opening a hamburger restaurant stand is an example. Would that be a wise investment if you had a person with a $25,000 budget and a business plan for a burger stand? The answer is no. There's too much risk for not enough payoff. Pretty nice, but what if we told you that this person has spent the last 15 years working for a significant burger chain, has served as vice president of every significant department, and is prepared to go out on his own and establish a global burger chain? What if you could purchase 5% of the business for just $25,000? Would you be interested in that? Sure. Yes, because there is a greater payout for a given level of risk. You see the difference? So it's all about having the plan, having the opportunity, having the team around you, and of course having your financial education right so that money can find you. Okay? The one example is the person didn't have any experience and it was just too risky. The second example, you have the person who is opening and building a global burger chain because he has the expertise, he has the knowledge, and he has a team around him, and he's selling 5% of the company. Okay, so that brings in confidence for the investors and the banks, so they're willing to pay for the $25,000. It takes a lifetime commitment to investing in financial education to learn and master the laws of investing. Yeah, these fundamentals will get you going. It is up to us whether we become a master investor or just an average investor. Remember what I told you, you have an investor inside of you. It's up to you now what you do with it, whether you become a master investor or you stay an average investor. Keep in mind that the rest of your life you will be dealing with money. So it's your choice to make whether you want to live a life above your means or below your means. Get our ebook, The 10 New Rules of Money and How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. I hope that you enjoy the 7 basic rules for investing that I talked about today. I'm sure it's going to help you tremendously. You can find our product services if you're wanting to find a real estate deal, we can also help you with that. We have a whole team behind the scenes that, you know, we are investing in real estate, and we also help other people find the deals. And if you need a business plan, if you need invest in something and you want to run it through our department, let us know. We have live consultations. We're here to help you build passive income. Our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple to build passive income and true wealth. Okay? And let me know if you have any questions, and you can see the blog on our website, and you can get the ebooks straight from our website. You'll have a virtual office that you can access the ebooks, download them, and you will have additional bonuses that will come with those ebooks inside the digital courses. However, if you like to read your ebooks in your Kindle app, then you're welcome to go to Amazon and find those ebooks in there. How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On by Master Investor, and The 10 New Rules of Money by Master Investor, and we have a new ebook coming out this month. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching again, bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Remember, today money is created with debt. That's why debt is tax-free. So become a good debtor. Be comfortable by borrowing money and investing that for passive income. If you truly want to become wealthy, you gotta leverage debt, okay? And learn how to minimize taxes all the way to zero and be a tax-free entity. Follow us on all platforms at Master Investor. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next broadcast. Bye for now.